Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Full of vibes, of course. It's Friday, 27th September, and we are now into the sporting segment. Lots of vibes here at the Tobago Update studio. Of course, always good to hear from the guys putting themselves out there to say, earn a living in soccer. So good luck to Full of Vibes. I'm looking forward to that show. And of course, thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. We're now into sports. We're talking sports this morning, and we're talking to Mr. Jeff Charles, of course, coordinator of the Tobago International Cycling Classic. That's happening next week. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that it's happening next week. And of course, so many things happening in October, but we're going to start off with cycling. Of course, Mr. Charles will join us, of course, virtually. He's not here in Tobago, and I'm sure that he's going to be here this coming weekend. So, Mr. Charles, once you can hear me, you can, of course, join the conversation. Looking very relaxed there this morning, Mr. Charles.
Well, thank you very much. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm here loud and clear.
Yes, I am very relaxed, waiting to hear from you. I enjoyed the few clips you had before the carnival.
Yes.
Maybe I'll come back to that.
We look forward to seeing you and many others, of course, in this beautiful island for Tobago's Carnival happening, of course, at the month of October. So, Mr. Charles, we're talking about Tobago International Cycling Classic. It's a calendar event here in Tobago. Tell me about the start date this year, and in fact, what edition is this one?
This is the 36th edition.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been in charge of it for 36 years.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to, I'm hoping to reach the 40. Not sure my wife would like that, but yes, this is the 36th edition. And what's good about this year, uh, post-COVID, we had to start back slowly. A lot of people wasn't traveling, and everybody was, kind of keeping a low profile. So we scaled down the event in 2022 to a 3-stage event from a 5-stage in 2019. And last year we went up to 4 stages, so 4 races, 4 days, international races. I would say probably had about maybe 80 cyclists, 75, 80 cyclists in total last year. In 2022, we probably had about 60 cyclists. And this year, I'm going for the hub. I'm going back to 5 stages. And but as of now, we probably have about 120 cyclists. Quite a few internationals. Not as much as we wanted, not as much as we hoped for. Because Marcus, the sponsorship has taken a beating since COVID. So we have had to operate with a reduced sponsorship package, a reduced budget, and what that has done for the event, the main participants for this event has always been Europeans from Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, Belgium. We've always gotten 7, 8, 9 teams to come from Europe. But since, as I say, post-COVID and things like that, it has become almost impossible to get to Tobago at a reasonable cost and direct from Europe. So we having a little challenge with that. But last year we had 1 European in the race, 1 cyclist. This year we probably have about 20. A lot of hard work, a lot of convincing to get them to come, because it's not easy for them to come. So yes, we are building back the race to what it was in 2019, slowly but surely. Hopefully, we are trying to do the same with sponsorship, because we are operating with a skeleton sponsorship package right now from all the main stakeholders, and it's very difficult to put on a race of this caliber, this stature, with a scaled down budget. But they always tell me that I take a grain of sand and I can make a beach. But that is getting harder these days.
Yeah, man, big event, small island, of course, small island event, and of course, I'm seeing pedaling in paradise. That's the tagline that you use to lure the Europeans here.
Yes, of course, because in Marcus, I think we spoke about it last year. We have a good mix.
Yeah,
I believe in top class competition, but to mix in some fun and culture in it.
yeah.
And what we try to do is include as much as Tobago culture and people in the event as possible. So we do things off the bike. We
Mm-hmm.
send them on tours. We do rum punch picnics on the beach, with limbo and calypso and steel pan and things like that. And I tell you, the atmosphere in this event has always been amazing. You hear from cyclists all over the world that they've never been to an event like this, where that everybody comes together. The camaraderie is, I mean, superb.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the rivalry competition is fierce, but when everybody leaves here, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
from USA, Colombia, Germany, Sweden, they're all friends,
Yes.
and that is a big deal for me because that is what I try to promote in this event. You ride hard
Yes.
and you play.
I love it. I love it. Let's go through the different stages. Of course, I know motorists will be looking on here and trying to take note because they'll want to plan their route when it comes to the cycling classic next week. So let's start from let's say stage one, the welcome party, and take us right through the 5 stages and the different locations and times.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me just pull it up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first stage is what we call the Mount Irving Grangeway
Mm-hmm.
stage.
Mm-hmm.
And that stage, I don't know if you got I sent you a little email with the
Yeah.
maps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got it up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, so the first stage, which starts at the Mount Irving Grangeway area, and that goes left on Orchidshire Road
Mm-hmm.
to Buku, left on the Orange Hill Road, right on Mount Coco, on Mount Mary Road, left to Spring Garden, right to Spring Garden Trace, left to Plymouth Road, and it continues on Sherwood Road. So that is the circuit, and they do that 5 times. Uh, a very interesting course. Yes, it will cause a bit of traffic. I had a long discussion with the assistant, the superintendent, the senior superintendent of police, and a few of his officers, to try to make it as not as inconvenient as possible for
Mm-hmm.
the traffic. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have a race of this caliber, you need to be safety and security is a big, big
Yes.
factor.
Yes.
You want to keep that safe. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to be mindful of that, even though we are also mindful of the inconvenience we have to cause for people on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to do as best as we can with the help of TEMA, um, and the police. But there will be inconvenience, but we try to make it as least as possible for the traffic.
Yeah. And what
On,
time does this stage one start?
it's at 8 a.m.
Right.
on Wednesday.
Right. Right. So let's go.
Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
that's Wednesday the second, next
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday,
Right.
and that race will go for 4 hours,
4 hours. Fantastic. Okay.
3.5 hours, 4 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then we move on to Thursday morning,
Mm-hmm.
where we go to the Shore Park Circuit Race,
Yeah.
which is on the Open Road. Um, no, if you go back the one before that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yes, and you go back to yeah. So that race will go from the Shore Park up the hill. I don't recall that hill, onto Claude Noel Highway,
Right.
and it comes back onto Milford Road, come
Mm-hmm.
down the Milford Road,
Mm-hmm.
and come back onto
Mm-hmm.
the Shore Park Road.
Mm-hmm.
They will be doing that 10 laps. Again, that will be from 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That will we have spoken to the school there, and so we are trying to again to make it as inconvenient as for
Convenient. Yeah.
avoid inconvenience to the
Mm-hmm.
people dropping the children to school, picking them
Yes.
up, that kind of thing, as
Mm-hmm.
much as we can. And then the third stage is Plymouth in the center of Plymouth. We shut down Plymouth for 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's a criterion, very exciting race. Cyclists doing 50 laps.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and that in the heart of Plymouth.
Yeah.
And
Is that,
that Friday afternoon.
how are you treating with the dogs? Because I mean, over the years, they have had some challenges there with the street dogs, especially in Plymouth.
Well, road cycling, you have to deal with the rain. Sometimes you have a storm.
Yeah.
Sometimes some big hole in the road or a landslide. Uh, Road cycling, we have to deal with these things.
Yes.
We announce long in advance
Hmm.
for children. People keep track of their children, their dogs, their animals, etc.
Hmm.
But there's only so much we can do. It's open terrain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a top area. So anyhow, and on Saturday morning,
Hmm.
the very popular Market Square Criterium race.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, and that will be from 8 to 11 um, on Saturday morning. And then, of course, the premier event, the Tour of Tobago, which will take cyclists from Scarborough to Charlottesville and back.
Hmm. Fantastic. And I know over the years, you have had a situation where cyclists would have gained points from this tour of Tobago. Is this the same again this year?
So, well, what happened is that we have UCI on hold.
Okay.
We have had it for 5 years, and UCI is trying to work. UCI is the world governing body for cycling,
Right.
and UCI needs uh, Tobago needs to do a lot more
Hmm.
to keep UCI on board, because what happened, it is not easy to facilitate UCI regulations
Hmm.
and technical guide in Tobago. For
Okay.
instance, just one, the Tour of Tobago, this one you're looking at here,
Hmm.
we will need to knock off that course, the whole of that course you're watching there, for 5 hours on Sunday morning.
Hmm.
That is not possible. Not
Right.
in Tobago. You understand?
Yeah.
That's their regulation. The road must be cleared of all traffic and blocked off totally for the period of the race. So we can't do that. And then, of course, we then have to bring in drug testing facilities. It's a
Right.
costly thing,
Okay.
So
Hmm.
we have them on hold until I guess they work on something for um, small island events, and it's much too for what the resources we have in Tobago.
Yeah, and as we look to wrap in terms of local talent, tell me who are some of the cyclists that we should look out for locally, internationally, and probably regionally.
But of course, you have your Tobago boy coming back.
Mhm.
He riding very, very good this year at 50 years old, Emil
Wow,
Abraham.
right.
So look out for him this year. He's having a very. And then we
Mhm.
have Jevon Neves.
Mhm.
We have Akil Campbell, that is
Mhm.
Tenil Campbell, who is on the world.
Right. Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, he is here. Adam and Joshua Alexander. We have quite a few.
Mhm.
I would say most of the top guns in Trinidad and
Mhm.
Tobago will be in Tobago for the event.
Mhm.
So yes, and then we have teams coming from USA, Canada, Colombia, Mexico, and then we
Mhm.
have all of the Caribbean will be here. So we have a good mix, a
Mhm.
good bunch of competitors. So I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to an improved event this year
Mhm.
compared to last year.
Fant-
Uh, and of course, we have to big up our sponsors.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Don't mind they all come late
Mhm.
and cause us to kind of turn back quite a few international teams, because you don't want them to go and book their tickets
Mhm.
and then say, okay, no, we cannot accommodate it this year. Who's going
Mhm.
to pay for their ticket? You know what I mean? So I had to put them on hold. And what happened, Marcus, sponsors for Tobago and Trinidad for sporting events and other events, but sporting events in particular, they
Mhm.
need to come on board earlier.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot tell elite professional cyclists
Mhm.
a week in advance of the event.
Mhm.
They need 4 or 5 months to plan to
Mhm.
come. So we have to make a commitment to them 4 or 5 months. So yes, we're gonna organize. We're gonna have this is X, Y, and Z. We're gonna offer you, and then they agree or don't agree. And
Mhm.
most of them had agreed. I mean, we have lost 6 teams this year, 6 European teams. I was very sad about that, but the sponsorship is now starting to come in a week before the event. I mean, that,
Yeah. It's
but it
crazy.
is. No, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Charles, we got to leave it here today. I want to thank you so much for joining us here. And I want to wish you all the best in the 36th edition of this wonderful event. And I pray that you have good weather and, of course, no injuries or no accidents or incidents at all come next week.
Okay, Marcus, yes, you can expect a very, very good 5 days of cycling in Tobago from. And I want to add, Tobagonians, please come out and support. I always say, this is a Tobago event.
Yeah.
And I want Tobagonians to come and support this event. Come out in the crowd. Come out, bring your family out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Fantastic. Have a great day. Guys, of course, we've been chatting there with Mr. Jeff Charles, event coordinator of the Tobago International Cycling Classic. Of course, wonderful day here in Tobago, beautiful weather on the outside. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates. Just before I go, just to remind you guys, we have primary schools football happening today. Mason Hall. We also have games at Jubilee Park and at Lambeau starting at 10 a.m. Primary schools football. Go out there and check out the kids. We also have netball happening at the Shore Park Complex inside the complex, yes. And I'm told that there's basketball happening as well at the complex. So lots to look forward to sporting wise. Do have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live. We have Natalie coming up next with Good Morning Tobago.